I still don't know what we saw that night. I've told this story a few times, but people either think I'm making it up or that we were high. We weren't. We were just 4 regular people trying to do a cross-state road trip. It was the summer of 2016. My friends, Chris, Dana, my cousin Mike, and I were driving from Arizona to California. We took a desert back road to avoid traffic. Chris swore it was a shortcut. Spoiler, it wasn't. Somewhere in the middle of nowhere, we saw this busted old road sign that said, "Redwater, 6 miles." It looked like the kind of place where horror movies start. Naturally, we decided to go there, because, we're smart. Dana needed the bathroom, the car needed gas, and Mike just wanted snacks. That man will risk possession for a Twinkie. The road got worse, cracks everywhere, not a single car in sight. Then we rolled into Redwater and immediately regretted it. It looked abandoned, dusty windows, broken streetlights, an old gas station with 1 pump. But somehow, the pump worked. Chris jumped out, started fueling up. Mike stayed in the car watching YouTube. His priorities are unmatched. Dana went to find a restroom behind the station. I walked around to stretch my legs. That's when I noticed it. Complete silence. No wind, no bugs, nothing. Then Dana came running back, eyes wide. She said there was a man inside the building, super tall, pale, just standing there. She thought it was a mannequin, until it turned its head. Chris and I went to check. Room was empty. Nothing but dust and shelves. Dana refused to go back inside. I don't blame her. Mike, ever the genius, said, maybe it was just a tall raccoon. Raccoons can stand up, right? We all stared at him. What? He said. Raccoons are creepy too. Chris finished pumping the gas. We decided to leave, fast. As we were about to drive off, we saw them. Across the road, maybe 4 or 5 figures, motionless, watching us. They didn't move, didn't speak, just stared. We jumped in the car and peeled out of there. I looked back in the side mirror and swear I saw one of them step into the road. We drove for what felt like 45 minutes. No signal, no towns. Then we saw a familiar gas station, finally. But the sun was rising. That didn't make sense. It was barely 9 p.m. when we left Redwater, but our phones all showed 6:12 a.m. And the weirdest part? No one remembered anything in between. It's like we blinked, and the whole night was gone. We tried looking up Redwater later. There's no town by that name in that part of Arizona. Not even a ghost town, like it never existed. I know how this sounds, but if you ever see a sign for a town that's not on your map, don't stop. Keep driving. Gas isn't worth what we saw in Redwater, and Mike still won't eat Twinkies anymore. That's probably the real horror, honestly. I've never told this story to anyone. Not because I didn't want to, but because I didn't think anyone would believe me. What happened to me alone in the Arizona desert changed everything I thought I knew about fear. And I need to get it off my chest before I lose my mind completely. I used to do freelance photography. That job took me to some of the most remote places in the US, but none as eerie as the Sonoran Desert. I was chasing a tip about an abandoned stretch of Highway 86, supposedly untouched, haunting, perfect for desert shots. I packed my Jeep, some supplies, and set off alone. No cell service, No GPS, just me and the sand. As dusk settled, the desert transformed. The shadows stretched long. The sand looked like dried blood. That's when I heard it. A faint humming, rhythmic and low. At first I thought it was the wind, but it kept getting louder. Then suddenly, it stopped. Just stopped. Around 11 p.m., I dozed off in the back of the Jeep. I was barely asleep when I woke up, to 3 slow knocks on the rear window. I froze. There was no one out there. I grabbed my knife and flashlight, swung open the hatch, and found nothing. Except footprints, bare, human, leading away from the Jeep, not toward it, just away. I stayed up the rest of the night. That humming came back, closer each time. By sunrise, I was ready to leave, but the Jeep wouldn't start. Battery, dead. Satellite phone, dead. I had no choice but to walk. 10 miles to the ranger station. That's when I saw something, shimmering in the distance. A figure, tall, unmoving. Every time I got closer, it seemed farther away. Then I saw it, standing behind a Joshua tree, human-shaped, but too tall. Its limbs were too long. Skin was waxy, almost metallic. It didn't move. It just watched me, head tilted, studying me. I stepped back. It stepped forward. I ran. I don't remember how far I got. I collapsed. Next thing I knew, I was in a ranger station. They said a hiker found me just outside the park's edge. My Jeep vanished. No tracks. No sign it ever existed. I quit photography, moved across the country. But sometimes, I still hear the humming. Maybe I never really left the desert. Or maybe it followed me back. Either way, I don't sleep well anymore. And I stay away from desserts. You should too.